Okay, our second example for our note today is to simplify. So I have 4 examples here. You can put the video on pause and try the examples, and then you can watch and listen for the explanation if need be, to see how your answers compare to my answers and to get an explanation if your answer didn't compare. Then listen to the video. I wouldn't spend oodles of time listening to this video unless you're having difficulty and need further explanation. Okay, once you've got a handle on this stuff, then go ahead and try the questions that I've assigned out of the textbook. Okay, if you've tried these questions, hopefully, you should work towards getting your answer quickly. So I'm multiplying, straight multiplying up on this. So I've got an a squared times an a, so altogether base stays the same, 2 plus 1, because this is really a to the 1, should be a cubed. And then if I look at the b part, I've got b to the 4 and b cubed. Base stays the same, it's going to be a b. 4 plus 3 is 7. So you should have a cubed b to the 7 as your final answer for that. Okay, so a cubed b to the 7. The next one we're dividing. This is supposed to be a divide sign here. Okay, dividing. So I'm going to take my number parts and divide them. 8 divided by negative 4, that's going to give me a negative 2. And then if I look at my x to the 6, and I'm dividing by x cubed, the rule is keep the base the same. So my base should still be x, and then I'm going to subtract those exponents. So 6 take away 3 should give me a 3. And don't be confused, some people want to divide those, so 6 divided by 3 would be a 2, but it's actually just subtract the exponents. So it should be an x cubed. For the last part, I've got a y to the 10 and a y to the 2. The rule is keep the base the same, it'll be a y, and then we're subtracting 2 from the 10. 10 take away 2 will be an 8. So we have negative 2 x cubed y to the 8 for that one. Now in part C, we actually have 2 operations that we have to take care of. I have a multiplication, but Bedmus says I actually have to apply my exponent to this bracket first before I can do the multiplication that is between the 2 brackets there. Okay, so, oops, a little bit of difficulty going on here. There we go. Put that bracket back in. All right, so I'm just going to recopy that 3a squared. I'm not doing any calculation with it yet, but I'm going to calculate the piece of 2a cubed all to the exponent of 4. So it really means I would have 2 to the exponent of 4 times a to the exponent of 12. So this was an exponent of 1. I'm multiplying my exponents together here. 1 times 4 is where the exponent 4 came from, and then the 3 times the 4 is where the 12 came from there. All right, so simplifying that further, if I tidy that up, oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm doing to this thing. 3a squared keeps getting bigger and smaller and then bigger and then smaller. 2 to the exponent 4, I can use that quick calculator button, exponent button. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. That's going to give me 16 a to the 12 there. Okay, I totally keep moving this thing around and I don't mean to. All right, now I am ready to multiply these two things together. So I have 3 times 16, so 3 groups of 16 I think is 52, no, 48. 48 comes out of that, and then I have my a squared times my a to the 12, base is the same, 2 plus 12 is 14. We're adding the exponents. All right. Seriously, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Okay, let's try the next one. Now on the top, I've got straight up multiplying, so I've got to calculate that multiplication before I can do dividing. And on the bottom, I have an exponent of 2 here that I'm going to need to evaluate. So I'm going to straight up multiply that numerator together. Negative 8 times 3 is negative 24. A squared times a to the 8 would be a. 2 plus 8 is 10. B to the 4 times b to the 1 would be a b to the 5. 4 plus 1 is 5. On the bottom, when I apply that exponent of 2, I'm going to have 2 to the exponent of 2, so 2 to the 1. But then I've got the exponent of 2 on the outside, so 1 times 2 is 2. 2 to the exponent of 2 will be a 4 on the bottom. A squared to the exponent of 2, 2 times 2, I'm multiplying these exponents together. 2 times 2 is a 2, so I'm going to have an a to the exponent of 4. And then b, I have an exponent of 1, so 1 times 2 is a 2, so I'm going to get a b squared there. All right, and then I'm going to do the dividing. Negative 24 divided by 4 is negative 6. A to the 10 divided by a to the 4, keep the base, subtract the exponents, you should get a to the 6. B to the 5 divided by b squared, keep the base, subtract 2 from the 5, that'll give me b cubed. So the answer should be negative 6, a to the 6, b cubed. Hope that helps.